What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Lady Gaga. Once again, big thank you to Mikey, who's been sending me selections of her songs as we've gone through a curated deep dive. I did want to also thank Wayne, who became a member on Patreon and reached out and said he would be very happy to share some physical copies of Gaga albums, and I'm still meaning to get back to you if you see this, Wayne. So, yes, that is fantastic, and not only would I enjoy adding Gaga's albums to my physical collection, but at some point that means we could go through other songs on the albums that we've been going through some choice tracks from. So basically all in good time, and we will continue for the time being going through Mikey's selections, but I do very much look forward to going through the full albums. In any case, the next one that Mikey sent is from her Born This Way album, and it's You and I. And Mikey's note is that he saw that a few people had requested this one and considers it a brilliant track. So, yeah, the phrase You and I, there is an equation taking place. Now, obviously, the rest of the phrase could go in a very different direction, meaning the association You and I can be one of equation. You and I think the same or share this experience, but it could also be you and I think very differently, you and I are total opposites. So again, the rest of the context could of course send the meaning, the themes, in very different directions. I will try to follow along. Let's give it a listen. This is Lady Gaga, the song is You and I, and it's from her Born This Way album.
Since I came around, been a long time, but I'm back in town. This time I'm not leaving without you. You taste like whiskey when you kiss me. I would give anything again to be your baby doll. This time I'm not leaving without you. He says, sit back. Something about this chase 6 whole years. Oh, New York, I'm born to roll you down. So want my lipstick all over your face. Something about just knowing when it's right. So put your dreams up from Nebraska, Nebraska, I love you. You and I, baby, I'd rather die without you and Nebraska, I'd rather die without you. It's been a long time since I came around. Been a long time, but I'm back in town. And this time I'm not leaving without you.
What a brilliant tune indeed, and damn, what a vocal performance. So fundamentally, I'd say that's like a blues rock tune, but also it's a bit more electric and modernized. Like when I say blues rock, typically I'm thinking, like Muddy Waters, something like that, or indeed some of the 90s like blues rock I've been going through, like some Bon Jovi songs that I've heard. But this has a bit of electrified grit to it, and it feels like the percussion is a bit more like electric or electro pop, and yet again the guitar and especially Lady Gaga's vocal performance is very blues and blues rock. Now my feeling about the lyrics sort of evolved to the point where like pretty early on I had a sense of, okay, I think I know where this is, and then it went a little more and it's like, oh, now I'm not quite so sure, and then by the end some different elements came in where now I have some thoughts, but I feel less clear than I did at the beginning of the song. But I will say though, the way it was kind of heavy and powerful, both sonically and vocally, and then both in the middle and then at the end, the way it kind of cleaned up, and it was just sort of like piano or like a more stripped down and mellow sonic configuration, actually reminded me of that famous Four Non Blondes song, What's Going On, where like, it's rocking, it's heavy, she's doing those big vocalizations, and then it gets to the end and it's 25 years and my life is still like it sort of stripped down and became a lot simpler at the end there. So it did remind me of that song. But okay, so lyrically at first I'm thinking like she's literally saying I've come back into town, and this time I'm not leaving till you come with me. So the idea that she went away and there was something between them, but maybe she left, she broke it off, she had to get away, or she wanted to go see, and now she's coming back. And I'm like, oh, and it sounds like it's a woman, like, where you belong, at the end of the bar with your high heels on and so on, and then, lipstick on the face, which could be like her lipstick, the narrator's transferred to another person, but I at first took it as like the other person's lipstick transferred onto her. I'm talking about the first time they made love on this couch, and I'm thinking like, oh, maybe it is two women. And then it goes on, and suddenly I had the sense that like, maybe she's talking about herself. That's a more abstract interpretation, and again, it doesn't necessarily work with the line of like the first time we made love and so on, but I wondered like, maybe I'm not reading it right, that it is this, girl who she had a great friend with and did have like physical intimacy with, but then maybe just like, we're going to go our separate ways and I'm going to get out of this small town in Nebraska. But then suddenly it's like she is talking about Nebraska and Jesus Christ, presumably meaning, like the beliefs that she grew up with and around. And it felt like almost more like it could be about the place. It could be about like not losing touch with where she came from and the environment that created her, even if she's now gone on to bigger and better things. So yeah, by the end I was like, I don't know what to think, and maybe even swinging back a little bit to the idea that this is a literal person, but yeah, I don't quite know where it all lands. And you and I, again, that could be her and another person, it could be her and her former self, it could be her and the place which made her. So yeah, I don't quite know how to take it. I obviously look forward to people's insights, and again, when I do these reactions, I just try to react, and ultimately, it's similar to the way I've engaged with music going back to when I was younger, which is I let the song wash over me, I listen to it a few more times, and I try to think about the lyrics I've heard and understand it. Eventually, if I still don't know what I'm listening to, I'll look at the pamphlet or, in more recent times online. But admittedly, when I do these reactions now, the perspective tends to come directly to me through people in the comments. But either way, I really enjoyed that one, and just a stunning vocal performance, some wicked blues-style guitar, some really heavy rocking beats with some electrified sonics. Just a great journey of a tune. So let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.